Hello, music lovers. Welcome to today's reading. This is a pick a card, or as I'm calling it, a pick an album tarot reading. I believe that music has a way of resonating and connecting with us like no other form out there. So if one of these albums calls to you, there's probably a message that it wants to share with you. So there are 3 albums listed below. The first one is our girl, Taylor Swift. Shout out to all the Swifties out there. The second one is the Revivalist, and the third one is a Devil Wears Prada album. If there is an album that is calling your name, there are timestamps in the description, so go find the reading that's meant for you. And also some more information on the reading is that I will be using tarot to pick up on your energy or any challenges that you're currently facing. And I'll also use runes and oracle cards to give you some advice. Then we are going to take a trip over to Spotify, and I'm going to use a number generator to figure out what song on the album has a message for you. Hello, my fellow Swifties. Welcome to your reading. I feel like whenever I listen to Taylor Swift, she always just says one thing that just hits so deep. The most recent song I was listening to was this morning, Is It Over Now? And I got to the part where it said, let's fast forward 300 awkward blind dates later. If she's got blue eyes, I will surmise that you'll probably date her. Like, that just hits hard, you know? So if you're a fellow Swiftie and there's a song you're vibing with right now, definitely comment it down below. I want to know. So we are using the Hobbit tarot deck today. And the first card we got is Temperance. Our second card is Six of Swords reversed. Our third card is Nine of Wands reversed. Our fourth is Seven of Cups, and we're wrapping up with Three of Wands in reverse. So with Temperance first, I feel like you're balancing a lot right now. So just look at this guy in the cave. He's like, ah! But I feel like that's how you're feeling right now. You're just like, what is all of this? What is going on? I feel like there's a vision or an idea that you really are into, but you're being called to balance out your energy first. If you're feeling a little frazzled, definitely chill out. And another thing I'm seeing with this frazzled state is that it's easier to go with the flow instead of going against the current, especially with the Six of Swords coming up in reverse. This discomfort that you're feeling is only temporary, and things will get better. You are moving in the right direction, but remember, everything takes time. Not everything is instant. And especially with this Nine of Wands in reverse coming up, I feel like you want things to happen super fast. And you may be a little upset that it's not going as fast as you want it. Especially look at this guy. He's holding a rock. He's angry. He's like, what? What's happening? Now, I just heard, I don't know if you've seen that Shrek meme, where he's like, what are you doing in my swamp? That's the energy I'm getting. I feel like you're feeling a bit like Shrek. He doesn't like people in and around him, and he's just kind of grumpy. So I feel like this is a reminder from Spirit to stay a little bit more lighthearted and be kind to those. Because it could just be someone who wants to help you out, but you're just like, leave me alone. And with the Seven of Cups in the Strength position, I feel like you have such a clear goal, you don't take your eyes off it. Like, look at Bilbo looking at the Arkenstone. So I don't know if you know, in The Hobbit, the whole goal is to get the Arkenstone for Thorin. But once he finally finds it, he's like, there it is. And I feel like that's you. You always have positivity towards this idea that you have, and you look at it as like this precious thing. And I'm also getting never lose sight and never give up, because that precious gem that you want, it's on the way. Just keep believing in yourself. I feel like with this Three of Wands in reverse, there may be some gossip around you or people that aren't on your side that may be making you feel like that Shrek in the swamp, leave me alone vibe. I feel like you'll greatly benefit once you balance out these energies and are feeling a little bit lighthearted about this situation, especially with these people. And with the Temperance and Seven of Cups coming up, I feel like this clear goal that you have, it's worth going for. And this is another reminder to not lose sight of that. No matter what drags you down, what people are on your side. You got this. So with this rune, this is the ultimate confirmation of a struggle going on. There may be like little instances that are hindering your energy, or like let's say you're working on your project, but like your laptop dies out of nowhere or it's stuttering. Like, what the heck, really? I feel like annoying little things like that might happen, and it may further promote your Shrek energy. And this rune here, it is the torch rune. This is the ultimate rune that symbolizes passion and creativity. And also notice how it's the middle one and right under the Nine of Wands. So with these two energies coming together, I feel like there's a lot of passion and a lot of fire. Just be careful not to get burned out. So this rune is all about communication. And see how it's near the Seven of Cups and the Three of Wands? I feel like you need to establish your boundaries with these people that are around you and make these boundaries clear so they don't get in your energy. Don't let their negativism, I think I just made up the word, but don't let their negativity hinder this amazing and beautiful idea that you have. All right, next we're going to pull some oracle cards to see what advice they're going to give you to go forward with this situation and these people. I also want to point out, look at the cards. They kind of give me Taylor Swift vibes, you know? They're just so sparkly and light. All right, so the first card we have is Karmic Relationships. Orion energy, polarity, soul of growth, and conflict. So what were we just talking about with conflict? This is just a reminder about what we had previously talked about. So I feel like with karmic relationships, these people that you're dealing with, maybe it's a part of your karma or their karma. And allow this to let you grow and move forward instead of hinder you and get you out of that reversed Nine of Wands energy. So up next, we have You're Not For Everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. First thing I want to point out is look how free that person looks in the card. They're just flowing and vibing. And I just got the message that this can be you too. You can be free, and you will be free. Just establish those boundaries, communicate with them, and know that you're not for everyone. You're unique. Embrace that. You will find people that match that same energy as you. You'll find those people that have that same spark, just like that Arkenstone that Bilbo was looking at. You're going to find it. Sometimes it just takes time. And I also got one more message before we go into Spotify. So remember how the card said, face your true north? I feel like with these people, they're pointing you towards like the south. They're not pointing you to where you need to go. So it's time to move on and find that community, find that thing that's pointing you to where you need to be. And I feel like you're going to know what it is once you feel lighthearted around people, once the pressure is gone. I feel like you need to do vibe checks with people to make sure they match your vibe. Now we're going to go to our one and only ChatGPT to see what number they give us. And the AI gods have spoken. It is number 14. So if we go to her album, I had to count. I don't know it by heart. And we get the song called Clean. And I immediately heard that this is how you're going to feel once you drop those people that are intruding on your energy. So you see how she's kind of holding her heart at first? I feel like you need to protect your heart, and you know how to do that. You need to let go of people that aren't thinking of you in the best way possible, and people who aren't providing the support that you need. So the lyrics that are popping out the most to me is, the rain came pouring down when I was drowning. That's when I could finally breathe, and by morning, gone was any trace of you. I think I am finally clean. So the biggest message I hear is cleaning out your space. It could literally be, spring cleaning, get rid of all the old dust, or it could be to get rid of the old dust that are people that are being dusty towards you. It's time to let them go. And definitely go listen to the song with your headphones on, feel the vibe. And if you enjoyed this video, please comment. Let me know what you think of the Taylor Swift vibe check. And if you want to subscribe, feel free, comment, like, everything, you know, all that stuff. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Hello, my pile number 2s. If you don't know this album, it is called Pour It Out Into the Night, and it is by the Revivalist. Revivalist, I believe they're from New Orleans, and they have a very New Orleans-y feel. It's jazzy, it's upbeat, and most of their music is pretty happy. Immediately, I feel like you're a very happy person, and you like bright colors that bring life to your life. It could be what you wear, or just maybe your aura is a very bright color. And as I'm shuffling these piles, there's this one song that's in my mind. It's called The Good Old Days, and of course it's by the Revivalist. And it goes like this. These are the good old days I have to keep in mind. These are the good old days, they're ahead and behind. So I feel like you have a very positive outlook on situations. And if not, or if you're stuck in a rut, I feel like you may need to go listen to some upbeat, happy music to get you out of this funk that you may be in. Or maybe you need to be out in nature where there's a lot of vibrant colors. Alright, the first card we have is the Knight of Pentacles. And the second card we have is the Two of Pentacles. And also, look how vibrant those cards are. Just as I was saying, go out in nature, some greenery. And then we have the Hierophant in reverse. And up next, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And lastly, we have the Three of Wands in reverse. So the first thing I see is the Hierophant in reverse, and this could indicate that you're tired of the same old rules, the same old way you've been going about things. You're tired and you need a break or something new. So with the Nine of Pentacles, do you see that path at the bottom? I feel like that's you going on a new path where you're carrying some new idea. And I feel like it has to do with career or money. And then we have the Two of Pentacles here. And we have two people that share the same vision and the same idea. And I feel like to go forward with this, if you don't already have someone that's with you in a partnership, you're going to find someone soon, or they're coming your way, especially with the Knight of Pentacles. And I feel like for some of you, this person could be your brother or sister or someone in your family. I feel like if this is like a family business or a new idea, there may be some people like your grandfather or grandmother or people with authority in your family that may not think it's the best idea. Or maybe you may have slow growth and you're rethinking. I'm also hearing from the ground up. You're building this idea or foundation from the ground up. And next, I'm going to pull some runes to get some clarification on this challenge. And the first rune we got is like the ultimate clarifier of a challenge, like little tiny inconveniences that are postponing progress. And the second rune is all about flow and water. And the third rune is like the sun. So I feel like this bright idea that you have is being postponed by certain flows or energies that aren't merging together well. And this constriction of flow is really causing you some internal struggle. Perhaps this setback has made you rethink about your security and stability and your confidence. And maybe you have a lack of independence as well, and a lack of freedom that's really messing with your judgment. And with this Three of Wands energy, I feel like growth and expansion is available to you. It's within reach, but you're playing too safe and you're staying in that comfort zone. And with the Hierophant upside down, It's telling you to go out of your comfort zone. So perhaps you should take that risk, or you should do something that's out of the norm for you and your family. Of course, I'm not saying, go put all your money in some random company. That's not what I'm saying. That is not a good idea. But perhaps you have a business idea. Maybe it's like a metal themed coffee shop or like a music coffee shop. Or just something that's very, very different. I'm seeing that you should maybe play it safe, but not so safe that you're not expanding. And I also got this one message. If you're about to go travel somewhere or you're thinking of going somewhere, go somewhere lush and green that's full of life and that will restore your energy. Perhaps go on a hike, go on a walk. And now we're going to pull some oracle cards to give you some advice, and 2 of them just kind of flew out. And so we first have You Got the Love, Boundaries, Codependency. And since this card came up with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, I really feel like you may be overreaching your stay with some people, or perhaps you're giving them too much energy, and you need to take a step back and remember the answers that you're searching for. You can find them within yourself. You don't have to find them in others. And next we have Called, Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. I feel like the universe is really trying to tell you to level up. It's time to level up your game. You see in that card where this person's going through the door themselves? I feel like whoever you're going on a career journey with or you're expanding with, you need to set some boundaries and try to think of some original ideas yourself, because you have so much in you. Just look at all these bright colors. This is confirmation that you have all these great ideas. You have this good energy. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, all that green, that's you. But just have faith in yourself and have confidence that you got this. Okay, so now we're going to see what song the album wants to sing to you. So we're going to start off with ChatGPT to give us a random number between 1 and 12, because that's how many number of songs are in the album. There we go. So the song that you have is Wait for the Sun. The first message I got is that you may want to go watch the sunrise or the sunset. I feel like that'll give you a lot of inspiration for this idea that you have. So the lyrics that are calling out to me the most is wait for the sun, 'cause it's a rising up, up. And it's bound to reach you, bound to shine through. Well, I know that times, they've been changing fast. Fear not, we take what we learned from the past. And I too don't like the sound of the world today. Just look up, it's gonna be okay. I think you just really need to be told that it's going to be okay. Whatever you're going through, whatever's happening, just take a deep breath in and out and know everything's going to be okay. This self-doubt that you're feeling, especially with the 9 of Pentacles reversed, you are better than that. You are a very shining, bright soul. You know that. Now, I'm going to recommend to go play all the Revivalist songs on blast because they're good vibes. And if you enjoyed this reading or it made sense to you or you feel better, feel free to comment and like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'm planning to make more album videos. And thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hello everybody and welcome. This is The Devils Wears Prada. I have to say it slow because it gets me tongue-tied. But this album is called With Roots Above and Branches Below. And it is a metalcore album and it's just super cool. The vibe of this album is like going against the patriarchy, if that's how you pronounce it. So you may be feeling a little rebellious and a little bit fiery. And one of my favorite songs is called The Watchtower. It's not from this album, but it's stuck in my head, so I feel like kind of singing it as we shuffle the cards. It goes, kept in the corners away from you, took away all of my power, kept in the dark with everything to lose. I'm off the streets, but still in your heart. Like, that just hits the feels, you know? And with the first card coming up, we have the Hermit. So you may feel like you're in your own little watchtower, finding your own way, finding your own light right now. And the next card we have is the Knight of Swords. Look at him go. And the next card we have is Death, which is it's a very great card. It's all about transformation. And our next card is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, that's some good vibes. And our last card is the Three of Cups. The biggest thing I'm seeing is that you're about to go through a huge transformation that is going to spark a lot of creativity, is going to bring a lot of sense of fulfillment, especially with the Nine of Pentacles. That's like being very proud of your work. You're feeling very fulfilled and you're creative with everything that you do that's creative around you right now. And I feel like with the Knight of Swords, you have a lot of good ideas surrounding you. Okay, so with this rune, this talks about the completion of a cycle and reaping rewards. So I feel like right now, you may be coming to an end of a cycle, an end of an isolation. You're being called to move forward. So with the rune on top of the Knight of Swords, that's like ice. It represents ice and feeling stuck. So I feel like to move forward out of this isolation, you need to find some way to get unstuck out of your own thoughts right now. And I feel like you can get out of your own head by working on a creative project with others, especially with the Three of Cups coming up. And then I'd like to circle back to the Hermit card. So to get out of this frozen water or this frozen stillness, you need to take charge and find the light. It's the end of a cycle. It's the end of isolation. You're coming forward and you need to release these great thoughts that you have, especially with the Knight of Swords. I feel like you're very intelligent and you have a lot of great ideas that you'd like to bring forth, but you're just feeling stuck. And what the cards are showing me is that you need to be strong and go out of your comfort zone and go participate in an outdoorsy event. Maybe there's like a marathon coming up. I'm not saying that you're a runner or anything, because I know I'm not. But just going outside and finding people that are creative and spark that creativity in yourself. You see those three cats by the fire? Perhaps there's a bonfire you need to go to, or some event that will spark creativity. It could be a dance class, it could be an art class, or a pottery class. Whatever creative outlet you're being drawn towards right now, I recommend going and doing that. Look at the cute three little cats having a good time around the bonfire. That can be you. You just need to be strong and take the first step out of the door and do something you haven't done before. And that's going to reveal a lot of mysteries. And I feel like you're trying to figure out what is going to make you happy, what's going to make you feel so fulfilled. And I feel like once you go out and meet these people and start, taking a step on the wild side, all those unknown questions that you had about yourself, I feel like you're going to finally find the answers. I feel like you have so much clarity in the near future, especially if you opt to travel or go out, because you see that rune on the right side on top of the Death card. That is the rune that means to travel, to go. So I feel like the more you travel, the more mysteries you're going to unlock. And you're just going to have so much clarity you haven't felt in so long. And with this newfound clarity, I feel like it's going to make you transform. It's going to change the way you think. And you're just going to feel just so much lighter and happier. So good times are definitely a-comin'. I also want to point out how the Death card has a lot of trees in it, and how the album cover also has a tree, and the title of the album, with roots above and branches below. I feel like you're going to be finding the roots of creativity in you, and it's going to create a more stable foundation below you, because you're going to discover more about yourself and feel just more stable. And now the oracle cards are telling you to jump in, adventure, say yes to change. What have we been preaching about? Especially with the Three of Cups, I feel like you just need to jump in, splash in, say yes to change. So go to that art class, go to that poetry class, go to that Ancient Aliens meetup, who knows what it is. Just say yes and go. This is telling you to have fun. And up next we have Forge, Don't Follow, Pave a New Path, Be the Leader You Wish You Had. Now that hits deep. So what I feel like this is telling you is that you've been pretty stagnant recently, and you've been just following what you usually do. But now it's telling you to forge, to find your own path, finally do what you want. It's telling you to be more of a leader, live that life you've always wanted. Tell the universe, this is what I want. Please help me get there. It's inviting more life and fun into your daily routine. So what I recommend is to think of something you always wanted to do. Maybe it's skydive, maybe it's go take a hike, maybe it's to go to Germany and take a hike in the Black Woods, or go to Japan. Anything. Just think of something and see how much fire it gives you. Then find people around you that also have the same passion for it as you. It could be drifting, or maybe you like a certain anime. Go to a Reddit forum and find some people. It's telling you to find a community that's going to bring you out of that frozen, stuck isolation. But you have to forge that path. You have to take the first step. So I encourage you to take that first step and go out and have some fun. So now we're going to ask the AI guide gods to give us a number between 1 and 11 to decide what song. So we're given number 7, so let's go to Spotify and we're going to see what is the 7th song on this album. And it should be Ben Has a Kid. So before we look at the lyrics, I just want to talk about what I personally think of the song, because I've listened to it before. So this song is about growth and resilience, and also finding that spark in you and finding what makes you so passionate that you can see beyond the ordinary. So earlier in the reading, we got the ice rune and mentioning that we're stuck on our own thoughts and we're in a pattern of cycles. And that reminds me of the lyrics, week after week after week. And I feel like this suggests, that a repetition in our lives and dissatisfaction and wanting to change. There's one part of the song that's really calling out to me. It is, gasp for the truth you once lived. Beyond this world is what is always breathing. Beyond this world is worth dying for. Beyond this world is what is always breathing. Beyond this world is worth dying for. I remember what you used to claim, You can't bury conviction with anything. Our message will continue to grow. So overall, I think the main message the universe wants to give you is to go out and find what is worth dying for. I mean, not literally dying, but find something that you're passionate about, that gives you a spark when you wake up, something that'll energize you. And I feel like once you go out more and get out of that stuck feeling and monotony, you're going to find a lot of passion that's going to bring a lot of good to your life. Alright, well that's been your reading. If you liked it, please leave a like. And if it resonated, feel free to comment. I'm sure I'd love to read it. And go listen to some Devils Wears Prada. Tongue twister.